Increase physical strength and body capability. The little ones want to know. Does the newly added attribute cloud produce anything good? Can they freely control water resources thanks to the copy talent? Mark as follow. Let's continue to see if this happy bickering duo causes trouble on the floating island. This cheerful duo is truly lucky on their first fishing attempt of the day. They've encountered an attribute cloud. Gained +1 attack and +1 defense. James caught one and got +1 attack. He felt his whole body's strength rise a bit. Seeing Lily gain +1 defense from her catch. Her status panel only had health points. The stats were all single-digit numbers. Truly a fragile companion. Your stats. A monster sneeze could kill you instantly. I'm a beautiful but fragile girl. And besides, aren't you here to protect me, James? Those words left James speechless. Luckily, the private message window saved him in time. Hey, I have a lot of materials. And also a blueprint. Can I trade them for some water? My tablemate and I are about to die of thirst. Clearly, Neo Diley and his tablemate are in a bad state. James, on the other hand, has a water purifier, so he's not short on drinking water at all. The two discussed for a while. They used 800 milliliters of water to trade for materials and a blueprint. In total, they got 20 wood and 20 stone. Plus 1 practical crafting blueprint. Now they had enough materials to upgrade their fishing rods. Then James and Lily took out their fishing rods. A flash of light appeared. Both of their rods leveled up to level 2. Level 2 rods can be used 15 times per day. Upgrading also increases the number of uses. Though their appearance didn't change. The number of fishing attempts increased by 5. Just then, a food cloud drifted toward them from afar. The two happily began fishing. Soon something bit the hook. They each received an apple. And 2 delicious grilled fish. James looked at the apple he caught and sighed. Luck truly differs from person to person. Then he accepted the grilled fish Lily handed him, and they ate together. After being full, the two continued fishing. During that time, they caught a few more things. Finally, when night fell, they had used up all their fishing attempts. James also took the opportunity to craft an item. This one had +5 attack power, seemed quite useful. Now it was the second night of survival on the cube world. Lily and James sat on the cube watching the full moon. James, do you think we can ever return home? I don't know either. Why do girls always feel sad for no reason when night falls? To lighten up the gloomy atmosphere, James said in an exaggerated tone. Of course we can go back. And after that, you'd better go take a bath. The smell on you is about to suffocate me. Go away, you weirdo. The two kept teasing each other until they fell asleep. Soon came the morning of the third day. The game system suddenly spoke up. Beginner protection time has ended. The appearance rate of monster and beast clouds has increased by 50%. Monsters and beasts have a high chance of killing just one player. After one dies, it will leave. But there's a small chance it will kill both players. 50% chance. So that means we'll definitely encounter a monster today. What to fear? I just made a weapon with +5 attack yesterday. Perfect time to test it out on a monster. Not only was Lily excited. The regional chat had already exploded in activity. Players' fear could be felt through the screen. Save lives help. Last night, I saw the nearby team get swallowed by a monster. Even their cube disappeared. Luckily, I made an iron hammer blueprint. And crafted an iron hammer. It adds +5 attack power. Maybe it can fight off a monster. Need to buy weapons. I traded 3 days worth of food for a weapon blueprint. Is that guy insane? Right now, weapons are pricier than water, no one's selling. After reading the chat, the two fell silent. Especially Lily, her big round eyes full of fear. What should I do? I don't want to die. Seeing the tall girl beside him panic. James couldn't help teasing her. The system said, the beast cloud has a high chance of eating one player. Then it will leave. If we really encounter a monster or beast, You'll definitely stand out to let the monster see you. And then sacrifice yourself to save me, right? Thanks, you're so kind, James said sarcastically. Just wait, I'll feed you to the monster first. Just then, Lily suddenly shouted, James. Wolves are coming. Wolves are coming. What, is Little Red Riding Hood showing up too? James looked in the direction Lily was pointing. And was startled by what he saw. Only about 10 meters away, a beast cloud was floating toward them. The cloud was moving toward their platform. James stopped joking around. He drew his stone sword and stood in front of Lily. It was time for him to take action. After all, Lily was practically useless in combat. How could a high school girl possibly fight a wolf? Let's see what the class sports rep can do. James, you better fight hard. If you die, I'll eat all the grilled fish myself. Even at a time like this, you're still thinking about food. Everyone wondered if James's weapon could actually fend off the hungry wolf. Will the beast drop rare resources after dying? Bookmark this. Let's keep watching. The wolf cloud was slowly closing in on the cube. The survival battle in the sky between James and Lily officially entered its fierce stage. Wolf, HP, 70. Defense 13, Attack 17. A common beast type, not too hard to handle. James looked at his own status panel. His HP was 100, Attack 14. Plus 5 attack from his weapon. Comparing stats, he had a decent chance to win. Looks like this fight is doable. James, you can do it. As the cloud got closer and closer, the wolf leaped onto the platform. Without a word, James slashed down hard. The wolf lost some HP. Then angrily bit back. James also lost some HP. Judging from the damage, it wasn't too hard. So James and the wolf kept trading blows. One slash, one bite, back and forth. At that moment, Lily snuck up behind the wolf and kicked it hard on the rear. James, I'm here to help, she shouted. Ugly Wolf, Godi. Though Lily kicked with all her might, her attack power was below 10, so she couldn't break through its defense. Still, she didn't stop attacking. Soon, 5 minutes passed. The wolf was overwhelmed and finally killed. James collapsed onto the cube. The battle had drained over half his HP. He felt a bit weak. James, are you okay? Seeing the tall girl worrying for him, he was touched. Especially since she had helped surround the wolf. Even if it hadn't done much, but that alone proved Lily wasn't just a useless crybaby. I'm fine. I'll rest for a bit, you rest too. But let me handle the remaining clouds today. Then he dozed off. As long as he ate recovery food or rested well, his HP would gradually regenerate. When he woke up, the afternoon sun was already shining. While he was sleeping, Lily kept fishing diligently. She caught a few materials and even fished up a dagger blueprint. Unfortunately, it required 10 refined iron, which they didn't have yet. Wow, you can even fish up a needle, huh? Of course, I'm the lucky one. Then, the two used 500 milliliters of water on the trading market to exchange for 10 refined iron and crafted the dagger. They obtained the hidden blade dagger. It added +4 attack power and could be used to dissect animals. Just then, James noticed while holding the dagger. A notification appeared over the wolf's corpse, harvest available. Quickly, James selected use dagger and dissected the wolf's body. He obtained 30 wolf meat, 10 wolf bones, 10 wolf teeth, and 1 complete wolf pelt. Then James used his copy talent again and duplicated the dagger. Lily curiously looked at the dagger in her hand. She realized her attack power had surpassed 11. She was overjoyed. Finally, no more single-digit attack power. James, you're my lucky star. Stop flattering me, eat the raw wolf meat first. Tomorrow we have to explore the floating island. We need to store our energy. James took 2 raw wolf meats from his backpack. Gave 1 piece to Lily. Eating the wolf meat restored 10 HP. And filled their stomachs. Lily hesitated a bit. Though she was starving, she'd never eaten raw meat. Seeing James eat without hesitation, she reluctantly took a bite. The stench nearly made her faint on the spot. By then, night was falling. To prepare for tomorrow's floating island expedition, the two stopped joking and went to sleep early. Soon after, it was the 4th day of all players transmigrating onto the floating island. Congratulations to all players who survived 3 days. The Sky Island exploration function is now unlocked. Island size varies, larger islands allow longer stays. The bigger the island, the longer the block stays still. The smaller the island, the less time the block stays still. The floating island is full of various resources. In addition to rich resources, countless dangers await. Warning, staying past the time limit will trap you forever. Staying on the Sky Island doesn't mean enjoying its resources and safety. Staying on the Sky Island doesn't mean enjoying its resources and safety. So this is Sky Island exploration? I thought it was supposed to be a benefit. Turns out it's not at all. James, what do we do now? What else can we do? Just wait for the island to arrive. At that moment, the cube beneath their feet suddenly moved faster. A sudden gust nearly blew Lily off the cube. Luckily, James grabbed her just in time. They were now moving at great speed. It seemed their destination was the Sky Island. Thus began their Sky Island survival mode in Minecraft. Stuck with your desk partner on a floating cube 10,000 meters up, one fall means death. Everyone, let's continue from the last episode. The cube, like a magic carpet, carried the quarrelsome pair, flying toward the Sky Island through a sea of clouds. Soon they reached the island's edge. James was the first to jump off, landing stylishly. Don't worry, it's like the school sand pit. I'll catch you. Really? You better catch me. Lily jumped off, and landed face first in the sand. Her head was buried, only her two pigtails sticking out. Arrived at Spirit Island. Duration, 5 hours. The two began their Sky Island exploration. They soon spotted several pink squids. Their cute little tentacles wiggled toward them. The two eagerly attacked. Fortunately, they weren't hard to deal with. Within moments, they defeated them all. They obtained a pile of squid meat. This made Lily very happy. Now we just need fire to grill it. Then they ventured deeper. Ahead stood several tall coconut trees. The system reminded them an axe is required to chop. James traded some water for a wooden axe blueprint. Then crafted it with 10 wood. You chop coconuts here, I'll look for food in the forest. Be careful, don't wander too far. Lily nodded seriously with the axe in hand. James entered the forest. Soon he found some blueberry bushes. Luckily, blueberries didn't need tools to harvest. He picked them all, a few dozen in total. Just then, an arrow flew past his shoulder. A forest savage with a bow jumped out from behind a tree. Player James hit by arrow, lost 15 HP. Lily, chopping trees on the beach, also received the alert. She quickly messaged James. James, are you okay? Why are you being attacked? There's a savage here. Don't come, I can handle it. The savage aimed another arrow. James panicked and ran deeper into the forest. But soon, he fell. He had fallen into a big pit, landing painfully on his butt. The system announced, minus 25 HP. The system announced, minus 25 HP. Silver chest LV6, chance to contain a rare item. James decided to open it. A golden light flashed. Inside was a red sword and a talisman. Obtained weapon, red iron sword, plus 20 attack. Obtained red healing charm, restores 15 HP, cooldown 10 minutes. James's old weapon only had plus 5 attack. Now with 25 attack, he was overjoyed. He planned to save the healing item for Lily. Then he climbed out of the pit. Luckily, it wasn't deep, and he climbed out soon. Before he could catch his breath, the savage reappeared. The bow in his hand glowed and lifted slightly. Seemed like he was charging a big attack. James drew the red iron sword and slashed. The slash dealt 25 HP damage. The savage leapt back, readying another arrow. But suddenly, Lily appeared and kicked him in the back. If he suddenly came running up with a wooden kite. James seized the moment and slashed his neck. The savage fell, vanished into particles of light. James, you scared me to death. I thought you were done for. I didn't tell you to come. You were supposed to stay chopping trees. I'd never abandon you. When we met the wolf, you protected me. This time I saved you. Who can guess, who would have thought the girl who usually gasped after 200 minutes would run this far to save him? James was both touched and speechless. He handed her the red healing charm. Lily activated it, and a green healing circle appeared. James's HP slowly recovered by 15. Let's go, this island's too dangerous. Back to the platform. Soon, they were back at the beach. Where the palm trees once stood were stumps, logs, and 2 coconuts. Not bad, didn't expect someone so small to work so hard. Humph, of course. After you went into the forest, I kept chopping trees non-stop. Lily replied proudly, but was clearly pleased with James's compliment. You should rest on the beach, drink some coconut water. I'll chop a few more trees. Willow as usual seems arrogant and uneasy. When it's time to work, she works. Not long after they left, a group of forest savages suddenly appeared. Had they stayed a bit longer, they might have been surrounded. Who would have thought, the useless high schooler who used to complain during gym class has now evolved into a mini woodcutting expert. Each swing of her axe brought down plenty of wood. Lily felt proud of how capable she had become. Chopping is so tiring, my hands hurt so bad. James, massage them for me. Before she finished speaking, a rustling sound came from above. A coconut dropped straight onto James's head. A big bump appeared instantly. Player Lily hit by coconut, lost 10 HP. Ow, that coconut hurts like hell. Come rest here, stop standing under the trees. Just then, more than 10 forest savages burst out of the woods. They said nothing, just raised their bows and fired. Arrows whizzed toward them, forcing them to retreat. The savages are chasing us. Run. They stuck to them like glue, so annoying. Luckily, the distance to their floating cube wasn't far. In no time, they ran back to their floating platform. The savages followed but stopped at the beach's edge, standing there stupidly. As if they couldn't see the two of them. James, look, why aren't they moving anymore? Maybe they can't leave the Sky Island. If they can't attack us, forget them. Let's sort out the loot from the Sky Island expedition. Then they began sorting their resources. The biggest rewards were the red iron sword and a red healing charm. Plus lots of wood, melon bread, and dozens of blueberries. Lily looked at the healing charm, feeling she could finally contribute. I'm no longer a burden. From now on, you fight, I'll heal, we're the perfect pair. Then heal that bump on your head first, my little nurse. Just then, they heard a system notification. Cube stop duration over. Preparing to leave Sky Island. Then the cube suddenly started moving away. The two finally relaxed. Watching the island shrink into the distance, Lily couldn't help but sigh. If it weren't for the savages, this would totally be a resort island. I wouldn't mind living here forever. But the system said, those who don't leave on time will face a great horror. The system never lies. James opened the chat channel to see if anyone had stayed behind. Just as he guessed, someone complained, today's Sky Island had nothing but sand. What kind of stupid island did I get? Don't even start, I'm on the 6th continent Sky Island. I was only 1 minute late, and the platform left. It moved too fast, I couldn't keep up. Now I'm stuck here. Hope there's no danger, but the system said anyone who stays will face great horror. Buddy, you're doomed. As everyone chatted, the late player suddenly sent a terrified message. The player who was a minute late didn't get to the platform. Help! A monster's chasing me. What do I do? Am I gonna die? What monster? A savage? No. It's a horde of undead. Different kinds. I'm done for. Help! After sending that message, the player went silent. Clearly, he was dead. His death proved what happens if you stay on the Sky Island. James and Lily stared at each other, fear flashing in their eyes. Good thing we left on time. Next time, we stick to the schedule. Sky Island horrors are no joke. Their platform had now completely left the Sky Island. Luck was on their side, more clouds appeared. They fished up wood, stone, food, and other useful items. What a busy and tiring day. Let's call it a night. As they were about to sleep, a floating cube platform appeared in the distance, with 2 men on it. The man in front sat on a plank with something like a steering wheel, as if he were driving. The 2 were twin brothers, the Peter brothers. They had spawned on the same cube because they were desk mates. They had a skill that let them steer their cube like a vehicle. They had already robbed 3 players. Bro, there's someone over there. Let's rob them. Their cube sped over with a whoosh. Hearing the sound, James looked up. Their cube was coming closer fast. He tensed. Lily grew nervous and hid her dagger behind her back. James, they're coming. Be careful, they might be bad guys. The 2 cubes drew closer and closer. The brothers held their weapons, grinning wickedly. James gripped the red iron sword, and Lily held her red healing charm tight. Trouble was coming. Don't be afraid, stay behind me. No, I'll fight with you. Lily refused to be the useless high school girl who only cried. This time, she chose to fight side by side with James. The enemy platform quickly approached. The 2 cubes collided with a boom and suddenly merged into a larger one. As soon as it stopped, Peter swaggered forward. Hand over your stuff. We're high school seniors, not weaklings like you can beat us. Before he could finish, James's red sword slashed into his chest, dealing massive damage. So this is the senior student level, huh? Not impressed. What kind of weapon is that? You're hacking. It's called skill. James said calmly, then struck again, stunning the elder Peter completely. Unbelievable, this kid's damage is insane, 3 hits and I'm done. The younger Peter rushed to help his brother but was stopped by Lily. Don't move. Your opponent is me. Lily said and swung her dagger. Though her stats were poor, she could hold out for a while. James seized the chance, slashing several more times. Peter fell motionless. Player James defeated player Peter, gained +5 attribute points. Without checking rewards, James rushed to help Lily, finishing off the younger Peter. He also gained +5 free attribute points. Besides stealing loot, killing players also granted attribute points. He allocated all points to attack. With the red iron sword, his attack reached 47 points. Meaning, Lily could die in just 2 hits. What are you staring at? Clean up the battlefield. They must have had plenty of good stuff. You were great today, I thought you'd always hide behind me. That's right. I don't want to be a useless flower anymore, I'll fight by your side. Alright, I believe you. Soon, they began checking the loot. This time, the greatest gain was definitely the cube platform. After the 2 platforms merged, it became twice as large. In addition to some miscellaneous materials and food supplies, they also obtained a steering block. Lily approached with an adorable, eager expression. Of course, James knew exactly what she was thinking. After all, they had only ever driven bumper cars before, never a floating cube. Let me drive first. I'll switch with you after 10 minutes, James said. Okay, 10 minutes and it's my turn. Don't you dare go back on your word. Lily replied. When James placed his hand on the steering wheel, the system notified that 10 pieces of wood were required as fuel. That meant 1 block of wood could power the platform for an entire day. If used efficiently, it could last for several days. Without hesitation, James took out 10 portions of wood. Ah, it's moving. The cube is flying. Lily exclaimed. How's that? Pretty fun, huh? James grinned. Let me try. I want to drive too. Lily demanded. Hold on, it's only been a few minutes. What's the rush? And so, after James drove for a while, they took turns steering the cube. After several turns, the excitement of the experience finally wore off. After all, they hadn't slept at all since returning from Sky Island. Soon after, both of them drifted into a deep sleep. That night, they both slept soundly,